Yes, we are.
Hello?
Hello, everybody.
I'm not on. I'm not here.
We're good. There are some folks with us this
This
week.
is a simulation of Carlos, yeah.
AI.
Yeah, AI.
We try to do an AI Carlos nowadays, yeah.
Have you noticed, by the way, that in Spanish you don't have AI, they have IA? Yeah, in Spain we have IA.
Yeah, it's inteligencia artificial.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Intelligencia Artificial.
in German, this is KI for
KI.
Künstliche Intelligenz.
Yeah.
So artificial intelligence.
So you have KI in Germany?
Yeah, I don't
We
know.
have IA.
Yeah.
Okay, first
What's it called at your place?
Yeah,
guys?
what's it called
Well,
where
the
you
Americans are off here.
Yeah, what's it called where you live?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think it's Swedish has a different one, or they just use the English. I don't know.
What were you thinking this morning that Apple isn't called Apple in Spanish, right?
Oh yeah, the
No.
brand Apple's called Manzana, isn't it?
Yeah,
so-
but they still
Do
keep
you
their
have
name.
Manzana stores in Las
Yeah,
Palmas?
Manzana.
Yeah, I hate going to the movies here because they dub everything, first of all, and then secondly they change the name of the movies to Spanish. You don't know what you're watching normally.
Oh yeah, this is true. This is true.
I was looking for the Minecraft movie they left alone.
Really?
Thank God.
Yeah. So it wasn't moving to Minecraft.
I haven't watched this.
Okay.
So everybody's here. SX-Man, sorry, is here. Greg is here. Gordon is here. Dutch, of course, is here. PM Chris, Famer,
The Fixer.
Yeah, Carther is here. The Fixer. Hey, nerd.
Hey.
Yeah, Warwick is here. Yeah, all the nice people are here.
Artificial
intelligence.
Yeah, it's the Swedish.
Probably stays
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Sorry, mate.
AI is the short.
Oh, they still have AI. Yeah. What's that?
Yeah,
broke the
I'm way
computer.
too broken today to think. So.
Andreas Zwanger, this sounds German. Are you, Andreas?
Oh, do you have a chat up there?
I just want to check something.
We'll listen and watch later. Thank you, the Fixer. I had to Google it.
I was going to.
What are you looking at? What are the other machine on the?
Yeah, we want to make sure. So we're gonna
do F11, please.
F11.
Remember the poor
Oh,
people,
yeah.
poor people on their
It's
phone.
all
On the
F1.
phone, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just going
function
to.
in F1.
It's functioning in F1.
Yeah, and you maybe
That one.
looks better. All right, switching you over.
Okay, guys. So a video I published a couple of days ago on the basis of power supply repair, and I repaired one of these kind of. And I used these green Chong X capacitors, and somebody said, Andrew Veron, I said, come and join us, I don't know if you're here today, Andrew. So you said, Chong X electrolytic replacement capacitors, are you serious? They are absolute turd.
Yeah.
So I replied to this guy, and I said, well, I have some green Chong X. I've used a lot of them for the last few years, including on motherboards and VRMs. I've never had a problem with them failing again. You're the first I recall saying on my videos they're no good. Please point me in the direction of some proof to corroborate. I can obviously corroborate this, because all I can find was a 5-year-old video about problems with black Chong X capacitors, and it took me to this one. And this guy saying AliExpress junk, buyer beware. And what he basically says is, I didn't watch all the video, but he says that the capacitance measured okay, ESR is okay, but if you try to use them at the voltage they state, say a 50 volt, it puts 30 volts in and it blows up. So I want to ask you guys, A, do you have any comment about these Chong X capacitors? And B, let's put this to the test. So we're going to test them ourselves to see if they blow up.
I've used them before and they don't break. I have recapped entire consoles with them.
Okay.
So, no.
I have no idea what the guys are talking about.
I have no problem.
El cheapo capacitors.
I know.
Yeah.
A crapo in this case.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this guy is testing them. He's testing black ones, and I have green ones. I don't know if that makes any difference.
It depends on how old they are, because the capacitor plague actually continued after they stopped in some places.
Let's ask the people if somebody has heard of these and uses these, and what's the
Yeah, I'm going to get some now and show you guys.
Yeah. So guys, anybody used? Hit
X.
escape. We can't even know what. Don't even know what things are called. Buyer beware.
Chong X.
Chong X.
Oh, you need to go one back, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. And then scroll down the whole way.
Oh, sorry.
I think. Sorry.
you want to go back to the original message?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
as usual.
it's still loading.
We need to connect this directly to the router.
Yeah.
It's just a low NPC one.
Okay. Okay,
It's probably the
yeah,
biggest.
here we are, Chung X replacement electric capacitors. Are you
So-
serious? They're absolute shite.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Chung X. Did you use Chung X? Why did you use Chung X? What was your user experience?
And all the absolute shite.
Did they feel good when you used them?
Oh, that sounded really bad.
What?
Just the name puts me off. Okay, fine.
Okay, Manticore, now you have to explain.
I give you that because
this is just-
it sounds cheap. Yeah.
Well,
But
however,
I usually buy cheap crap, and it usually works quite well.
yeah.
I think this is all depending on what you're buying them for.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you're going to pay, let's say, 10 cents for something that costs 10 euros, okay,
Yeah.
fine, it's going to be shit. But if you're going to pay 1 euro for something that costs 10 euros, you're pretty much there.
Yeah. So
It's not 10 times better because it costs 10 times more normally.
I use them for repair, and so far anything I've repaired, it doesn't come back. These are 1800, 1600.
Oh, this is Chongqing. This is not even Chong X.
Oh, these not the one. It was. Well, that one's squashed. It got a bit squashed.
Okay, let me try to Google.
So it was-
So I wasn't using Chung X capacitors
So
at
it
all.
was
using Chang X. Chang something.
Changqing.
wait. Sorry for the shake.
Oh yeah, this one says Chang X on it.
This one. Okay. Sorry.
I just had them in shot.
Oh, yeah.
Damn you.
Yeah.
Those are
This
the
is good.
wrong.
This is good. This is
That
good.
says Chung X on it.
No, this is Shangxing.
Okay.
That's
All the fuss for a different name.
Chung X. This one has Chung X.
This is
And it looks exactly the same as those ones.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
think
Can we compare them?
they probably rebranded because
So-
exactly.
Oh, this could
sorry,
be.
Let's get it. So we have Chong Sin.
and Chung X.
Okay.
Maybe they just
We're
shortened
in the
the name.
Can we keep it in the shot?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, I'm trying to.
So low ESLR. This is probably green, or the extended temperature range, -40 to 105.
One says vent. This one says vent.
One is Chung and one is Chang. Okay.
Okay, so Chang. Oh no, Chong X are the one. No, they both say Chang X.
Cheek and Chong caps. Yeah, these are the best.
These are
Groove Dodger with you, man.
Chung X
Yeah.
is the one on the bottom, and Chang Sing is the one on the top.
So what values are these?
These are the same value both.
Are they?
Greg buys all his caps from DigiKey or Panasonic, and yes, he's right with that. Because I would do the same if I want to have reliable parts. Yeah, and probably Panasonic is fine.
Chang Sing.
There was this. What's the Japanese
same.
thing? Something with N that I normally use. I can't remember. I didn't do this
Okay.
for a long time now.
Nichicon.
Oh, the other Dutch is here. All you wants to just back.
Nichicon
Yeah.
caps.
Nichicons, right?
Yeah.
Generally speaking, when I get parts from China, from a Chinese friends, I'm always
Oh, yeah,
a
we're
bit
going to
suspicious of them.
Yeah.
Who knows where they're notified components and why not?
Uh,
Yes,
well-
indeed.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
it
going to
could
measure
be
the capacity.
pulled from
This
some
one is
bin.
going to
Yeah,
be-
absolutely.
We're going to see if this blows up. See what's
Internal.
I'm actually
So
really
it's
relating to the
SSD
Capital
bench,
Internet
right?
that happened like
Does
15
it
or 20 years
perform
ago on the motherboards. Yeah, the big capacitor plague. When there was some stolen recipes from the electrolyte,
That
and
were
this
fake.
was really bad, and you had a whole year of bad caps. Yeah.
The recipe,
Oh, you know.
the formula that was stolen
Was actually.
was actually incomplete.
yeah,
Oh,
had
even
some-
worse. Oh.
So that's why they failed.
and it was done intentionally incomplete, so they stole the wrong one.
Okay. So if we can come back to the camera
So
on these.
Greg says something. So ChatGPT says with Greg, Chong X is a brand of caps commonly found in low-cost electronics and often is associated with budget and questionable quality.
Yeah.
As X-Men, haven't heard of the. But the major seller that everyone uses for retro stuff is that shall remain nameless is using all old Nichicons in kits. Those are pretty much on ESLR also. Yeah, and this isn't getting better. You know, this is by the way temperature. Temperature affects us too.
Yeah.
My Chinese friends have a habit of making certified and regular parts during the day and then at night. And I'm glad that they make. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I would test them all regardless of source. I would not be surprised
That's not a
if
bad
they
idea.
buy rejected parts and or simply go to the big bin and pull out whole packs of rejected stuff. Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
we do is we get the ESR meter now, we get the capacitance meter now,
Yeah.
we get some leads for the power supply,
And then we explode.
and then we see if they're within spec, and then we can explode them.
Paul T asks, success on the 360 camera. This is your thing.
Shall we just discuss that now? No.
No, okay, come on. Paul, we come back to that. We blow up some caps first.
Okay, right, so I will get the capacitance meter, the ESR meter, and some cables for the bench power supply, and we'll see whether these Chong X capacitors are any good.
Hey, Patrick, I never saw your name on the thing here before. Welcome to the channel, man. Of course, there could be fake Nichicons. Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
This is worth faking. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Felix real record is okay. If quality ones are Nichicon, Panasonic, Rubicon, or Chemicons.
Rubicon, yeah.
The thing is, though,
Patrick, sorry, we're in the middle of blowing up caps. This is not a good time for talking about reel-to-reel machines.
but mention it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it up later.
Oh, we want some power leads.
Yep.
We want some power leads. Okay.
And that. These are the Chong or Ching?
Power leads.
Oh, I'll get you on camera here. So
Yeah, sorry.
looking at the chat,
This
was
is the
flying by like
Chong X.
Yeah.
These are the shitty ones. according
Patrick,
to the
no,
user.
no reason to be sorry, man. No problem. No problem. So, what you got on there?
So this
That's
one is a
Chong X.
Chong X.
This is the crappy one.
1500 microfarad, 16 volt.
You maybe wanna test this first. Oh yeah, yeah.
We do, but however, Carlos has made a mistake here. We have to zero the meter.
Oh yeah.
I just need to
Okay.
zero the.
Guys, this is a bit
leads.
tricky because
Let's
Yeah.
get it.
horrible camera angle. Sorry for everything here. I can't read the meter at all.
I haven't switched it on.
No,
yet.
it's not
Oh,
on.
this is why I can't read the meter. That explains a lot.
Right, so we'll just zero the meter.
Yeah, I forgot that. Sorry, I don't have a ESR meter at home, so I don't use it much.
I had one. Back
Okay,
in the day.
zeroed,
I
okay?
left
Yeah.
it to the
So we're now going to measure this 1800 microfarad Chong X capacitor. What's it say?
Let me get close. Let me try.
Well,
oh, sorry.
that's low enough for ESR, isn't it?
Vomit cam.
0.04, I mean, that's low enough for me.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Good enough for Australia.
It's good enough for Gran Canaria.
Yeah,
never
Gran
mind
Canaria.
Australia.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
It's even going down a bit.
It's even going down a bit. So, can we agree? I mean, that's fine. Yeah, one dog, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's now take the capacitor. And
So
we'll,
as a general test, Chong X seems okay.
well, let's test the capacitors.
Okay.
So let's look at this. So the guy who made that video, this is 1800, I think.
Yeah, 15.
1500, okay, so
This
2000
was made
range.
1800. My God, this is.
Yeah, that's before the capacitor plague, it's fine.
PM Chris has loads of Chong X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's figure out if you got bought the right stuff, man.
yeah. 1500 was after the capacitor,
Yeah.
before the capacitor plague and after the black plague, by the way. No, it was before the black plague and after the capacitor.
Okay, there's
Yeah,
Chong's
I give
X. Yes.
1445.
A little under, but the percentage is fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's an electrolytic, they're only 20% or something.
Yeah, exactly. So in percentage,
Lord
it's
says
fine.
something interesting. We should remember those defective caps were incorrect formula worked for quite a period of time, and he's right.
Yes,
with
he
that,
did.
Yeah.
And I suspect the testing, showed that they met specs. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if the formula was wrong, the only thing that actually happened with those incorrectly, it's that they actually leaked at the end because the seal couldn't handle.
The pressure or something.
Yeah, the acidity actually.
Oh,
It
wow,
just
okay.
ate through the seal. But in the end, they actually worked quite well. There was no issues.
They made a
otherwise.
lot of us quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
the voltage rating for the thing?
16.
16 volts.
16 volts.
Bo-
okay.
both-
So, first
for
of all,
16.
we asked the swarm. We'll take it up to 16,
Yeah.
and then we'll have
Uh,
we'll have a bet on how much it can actually take.
yeah, I'm guessing 20.
Yeah, Greg, when Rich said this, I said the same. Don't we need a lot of time for this? Because long term in actual conditions, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Heat degrades capacitors
Well,
quite a lot as
the
well.
video that guy was showing, they were failing quite rapidly.
Yeah, no. If you over voltage them.
No,
of
even
course.
without over voltage, they were failing
Okay.
quite rapidly.
Well, hit it with 16 and we see.
So we're going to hit it with 16 now. So we're on 16.4,
Okay, come on.
15.9, 16.
That's good.
16.
Okay.
And the current is 0.
So there's no leakage.
Oh,
So
it
there was
should
no
be.
leakage.
Oh, it should be, yeah. Okay, let us run it for a bit. We can read up what the people are saying.
I can set up the Furban camera as well, just in
By
case.
the way, Greg, I'm in the middle of selecting capacitor meter. I'm trying to buy things before the price go up.
No one's looking at me. So.
Few choices in mind, nothing crazy. Simpler meter that's reliable, and I guess this is new. What's new, Carlson? This one is my choices. Paul says mains. Of course, he says this.
Mains, yeah, he likes exploding stuff.
Yeah. Paul already wants to see blood.
Can we talk about the capacitance meter? So I was approached by Zoytech. People like the Zoe brand. They've got a new capacitance inductance resistance meter, LCR. So this is dedicated for this measurement, which is supposed to be very accurate. Their stuff is normally pretty good. And I have one coming free from them for review. Well, this is, I think, $60 or $70. And it also measures internal battery resistance as well. So I'll see if I can find the one I have coming for review while you guys see how long that capacitor lasts.
This won't do anything because the cap just has charged to a specific level and doesn't do anything. Just
it's not heating up because there's no power going.
This would be a different thing if you use this, for example, in a power supply where it always has some frequency on there, and this would make the thing actually
work. Oscillating wave would.
And the frequency, Anthony is on this, and the frequency absolutely makes a difference here. So if you're using this in a switch mode power supply, you need low ESR, while you're using this in a conventional full bridge rectifier, that's my echo effect. Then you probably don't get along with these fine. So okay, let me see up.
IF1 lab.
Yeah. Seems Black Caps forums doesn't like Chang, Chang, Chong, whatever X caps. Yeah, thanks, Greg. F1 Lab. Hello, long time no see. Hello, back F1.
Do Black Caps just explain why they don't like Chong X? Is there any reason why they don't like them?
Ask Greg. I'm holding
probably.
Greg, why don't they like them? As I say, I've been using them for at least as long as I've been running the channel, and I've never had a problem with anything coming back. I've never seen one fail again.
They'll probably not hold as long as a Nichicon. I'm pretty sure of that. But considering the price difference, you can buy 50 of these
we
for one.
We keep this running in the backup. Bring you guys over to the other PC because Richard has the thing on there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we mentioned the capacitance meters. This is a new Zoe. There's a ZT-DQ01 and DQ02. The difference being the DQ02 also has internal battery measurement as well for all sorts of batteries. So I have one of these coming. They've agreed. I think they've only just been released. They're just out. I'm not even sure you can buy these yet, but I have one on the way. Or as soon as one's available.
I like his gloves.
What is the guy doing with a knife?
I don't know.
I don't have this. I don't know. So this is a precision, supposedly, I haven't reviewed it yet, LCR meter, so inductance, capacitance, resistance.
I was guessing he's saying it's cut proof or something.
Okay.
This measures Q, Z, and all these strange, weird properties that capacitors have.
Yeah.
Do you know the price tag?
It's about the one which does the battery internal resistance, about $80.
80.
It's 80 and about 60, I think, for the one that is the same, doesn't do the internal battery. They send me one that does the internal battery.
Internal battery measurement can be good for cars, for example.
Yeah, but this does little this was lipo cells and all sorts of things.
Yeah, I was thinking of lipos.
Yeah, this will test lipo cells, internal battery resistance, capacity, and all sorts.
Hui, Greg. We posted a lot just unreliable performance. Chong X capacitors are often described as dubious quality and have been reported for permanently, sometimes even exploding shortly after installation. Okay, no, it's still sitting there.
Still sitting there.
Yeah. Inconsistent specifications instead have been noted where Chong X caps are significantly smaller than the specified ratings, raising double the blah blah blah. Quantified contents, there are latent, the Chong X and similar brands may be quantified caps, mimicking reputable brands. Oh, this is where the fake Nichicons are coming from. Lack of transparency, the origin and manufacturing process of Chong X numbers are often unclear, making it difficult for communities to verify. Yeah, and the problem is we have exactly one sample of probably billions produced in a year. Yeah, we have one sample.
There are probably bad batches.
Chances are this thing will work because they need to have some of them must work. And yeah, with a sample range of 1
Well, we have two more here.
Oh, we have a sample range of 3
Yeah, yeah,
again
yeah.
against the theoretical billion.
This
Or more.
on the screen, by the way, I've just noticed this LCR meter also is a Kelvin probe meter as well. It's a milliohm meter with Kelvin probes as well.
Dual outputs. Okay.
Yeah, so when you think this is also a milliohm or micro meter and supposedly accurate LCR meter, it measures Z, Q, and all those other parameters. I'm very much looking forward to review this. And it was also replaced the cost if you don't have one of a milliohm meter, and they can be 50, 60 euros.
Yeah, 80 euros for a million meter plus a capacitance meter.
And inductance.
And inductance.
And it measures lots of other parameters.
And batteries and stuff.
And batteries, internal battery.
It's fine then. If it comes with the probes, perfectly.
I will find out, but I am assuming it comes. Oh, it gives X, which is reactance. It gives Q, which is an inductance. I don't even understand a lot of these parameters, but I think this. Would you guys agree this is going to be a very interesting product to review? Because I'm looking forward to playing with this.
Yeah, it looks interesting enough.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get the price of it. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure it's actually. I think it is available. Let me
The cap
see.
is still alive, by the way, but again, I think
There's
test,
nothing leaking.
this test won't show us anything.
No, we have to
Yeah,
push
and
it
Paul,
over
Paul
the limits.
seems to agree with me. Hit the cap with AC and then use DC.
Yeah.
I don't have anything set up at the moment to do that.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
We see Lawrence says area to
Oh,
the
yeah, I
meter
killed the function,
inductance and capacitance. I would consider that's a plus. Too many inductors can be tricky to test.
Correct.
Indeed. Yeah. Greg says he has this problem. We never know. And absolutely, yeah. With the sample range we have over here, this is not a test. Yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously not. But there are bad batches even in Nichicons. There exist actually bad batches of Nichicons with special date and stuff. But I haven't had an issue either, and I have 70 consoles fixed with these things, pretty much at home. So
now you clicked it away. Damn it.
Sorry, I screwed up. Yeah, so these are about €90. Obviously, we get 21% off that.
Yeah,
that is the O2.
Wink and errors,
And
not everyone.
Okay. Yeah, but there's two different packages here. So that one is 85, 91. I think you
Well, it has Kelvin probes. It has the Kelvin probes.
It has the Kelvin
Yeah,
probes.
so that's a plus because they can be quite pricey.
No, they both have the Kelvin probes.
Yeah. One of them is missing the baggie, pretty much. No, both.
No, this one, which is more as a plastic thing there.
No, but it's on the other image as well, but just to put in another space. So what's missing?
I don't know. If we go back, that plastic thing.
Yeah, there's something missing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is handheld LCR.
More Kelvin probes.
More Kelvin probes. Okay, there's one set of Kelvin probes, and there's a second set of Kelvin probes, isn't there?
So I'm sure.
Oh, it's for the connector underneath, and that's for the connectors on the front.
On the front.
Okay.
So I think they'll send me that. Whichever one they send me, they are sending me. We also see this is a milliohm or micro meter and lithium battery internal resistance tester.
Kristen said that that meter looks like the one I have from Unity. Really? Unity has the same thing?
Yeah,
well, okay.
Zoe probably
buys
from the same.
Rebranded.
Now, can I just mention that Zoe is also a brand, but the company is called Zotek, and Zotek are the manufacturer.
Ah, okay.
Zotek makes.
They make
main
Zoe,
boards.
and they make main boards. So Zotek make these meters. So the other one, the Unity, will be a rebranded one of these.
Yeah, probably.
Zotek are like a white label producer.
Yeah.
Usually, you find when I get the review samples, they're the plain white boxes. No, the manual doesn't have a model number on.
Yeah, that's probably them.
Because of the review sample. Yeah. So I think Zotek actually make all these. So guys, I think that'd be interesting. I hope you agree with that. Capacitor's still sitting here happy, so shall we
pump up the voltage?
Volume?
pump up the voltage? Pump it up.
So this is a perfect segue for the what happened to the 360.
360 cam?
Yeah.
And we'll come to that in a minute, but we want to test one other thing first. So pump this one up.
Okay, so this is the Chong X.
This is the Chong X.
How high?
Oh,
that's...
well, 19.
Okay, it's leaking.
And it's leaking at 19.
No, 0.1 watts.
It isn't again now.
No, so it was just a...
Well, if it goes up to 20, that is
I thought
25.
it was leaking.
It's 25% above.
It bleeped when I screwed it up way too fast.
Well, you do a fine voltage adjustment here.
Yeah, I know.
If we get it up to 20,
Yeah, that,
and that is like 25% above rating.
Yeah, thermal camera would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Exactly, Paul.
I'm going to pick it out now.
Yeah.
Right.
I had it prepared already.
So,
Okay, it is leaking.
leaking current,
Yeah, current.
0.1 of a watt.
So not a lot.
I'd say this is in the tolerance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially over. Let's see.
Can we see the camera, guys?
There. So it's not getting hot.
There's no AC. This isn't working. This
Oh no,
is-
but it's
this-
20.
This doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but if
But
it's leaking, it's
yeah,
letting through some power.
It's 20. It's 25%. I mean, it's 4 volts over on 16. That's 25% over rating.
Yeah, so this is failure rate for most caps, pretty much.
Yep.
It's 29.
And
So it's
again-
going up slowly.
Okay.
Mm,
Oh,
so
okay, it's
there's-
speeding up actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So
This will be a thermal runaway.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Can
no,
they see the camera?
30. Yeah, it's going to blow in him.
30? I hope you guys can see this.
Yeah, they probably can. I'll angle left.
No, you can't. You need to be
Oh, yeah, right.
pointing at the thing.
Sorry.
Is it warming up still?
Yeah, it's still warming up.
How warm is it now?
33, 34. The canister is a little reflective, so the measurement is a little off. But
We all wear protective glasses, Manticore. Don't worry.
yeah, we have glasses on.
We don't have glasses
Yeah,
on.
we are old.
Yeah.
I've had protective gear since I was born, pretty much.
Okay, yeah. See, it's thermal runaway happening.
Yeah, so it is going to
Yeah,
fail
it's going
eventually.
to speed up now.
Shall we ask the guys if we should turn it up some more?
You can ask the guys.
Yeah, they will
They don't
all
li-
say yes.
Nobody listens to me anyways.
They will say yes, all of them, pretty much.
Kaffa, turn it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. It will eventually fail because it keeps climbing, but this will go slowly at 20 volts.
Well, this is not. These. I mean, these
You
capacitors are not bad. From my experience, should I change to use another brand? 'Cause I've never had a problem with these things.
A voltage spike wouldn't kill this, pretty much.
Yeah.
You don't know? Try it.
What are they saying?
I mean,
Scare the kids, do it, turn it up to 11. It's not a Marshall power supply, you know.
And I would object if you would try to kill my Marshall.
34.
My poor Marshall.
Yeah, it's climbing, but slowly. I would say this is a pass, actually, in my book.
I think it's a pass. Okay, so.
Time to kill it.
Well, I do want to. I'm not going to use it now. So can you take out its misery, please?
Yeah, sure. Ow, my back.
Camera on the capacitor.
Yeah, 40, 50, 60, 80.
Ow!
Oh, that was a big bang.
That was loud.
What's this piece for?
Oh, now it smells.
My God!
Holy crap. That was a spectacular failure. Okay, let's put it this
Okay,
back.
guys, don't try this at home.
No,
Okay.
we're professional idiots here.
Yeah, that's about my professional idiot. So it went well.
I'm so happy that your phone was laying on my phone, so my phone didn't get blown pieces off.
Well, we have one more question to ask on the capacitors before we change.
There's fluff
Get
everywhere.
that!
Okay, let me clean up first, then we continue.
There's bits.
Yeah, there's bits everywhere.
Can we see this there left?
There's nothing left, pretty much.
How's the smell? You don't want to know.
The amount of debris that came out.
Not
of
as bad as you would think, actually.
I mean,
doesn't smell like-
this stuff went everywhere.
So
It doesn't smell like rotten fish.
when Chong-X caps blew up,
They blow up
they
spectacularly.
don't smell so bad.
No,
That's a positive thing. I can
that's
say.
a positive. It doesn't smell like
There's
old fish.
More crop.
Yeah. I won't elaborate more.
Yeah, we need a explosive containment pie dish for these kind of things.
Didn't do that much damage. It was nice to watch.
Oh, there's a bit more on my seat.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
gone everywhere.
No.
Yep. This is why Mantico said, please, protective glasses.
Yeah, we
'Cause
all have glasses
We're all
on.
wearing
Because
glasses.
if this crap hits you in the eye, you don't want to be there.
Yeah. I had the phone right in front of me as well, so I was
Yeah.
I was fine.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm the last one out of the door here. So
Yeah, you're stuck in the corner.
yeah, I'm stuck in the corner. If you guys are already run,
There's fluff everywhere.
yeah.
Well, the question is then, I have another capacitor. Can we see this one there left nice and
Can we
close?
please not do this?
Well, we'll ask the guys. Like this is a relevant thing, I think.
This is
So-
messing up the whole desk here.
Well, maybe put something over it. I want to show these. This is relevant.
Okay,
So this capacitor has been damaged. Can we see it?
it's bent right there.
So on this capacitor, you see it's got a kink in it. So would you guys trust this capacitor? Now this one is 1816 volts, so it's slightly larger.
This is Changxing.
This is a Changx,
No, Changxing.
Changxin. So
Probably is the same, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the same manufacturer, just rebranded.
So the first question, if we measure the ESR and the capacitance, will it measure correctly? Because it's damaged. And secondly, will it withstand the voltage?
So as long as the paper barrier hasn't broken inside and these touch, there's no issue.
Definitely don't trust it.
Yeah, but
No, won't trust it anyway.
pretty, pretty much what the gut feeling is don't trust it.
Comparison is important for investigations, Warwick, but I completely agree with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So we need to compare, yeah.
I need to go to the. Oh.
You're fine.
Holy
Oh, it's all over your legs. Cars is covered in fluff.
I didn't even notice.
Okay.
Oh God.
So for inductance, sorry.
We'll try not to blow this one up.
Oh, we
Try.
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 I think we'll have to.
You know what? I have to clean the fucking desk.
Okay.
I did.
ESR meter. What does it mean?
ESR meter.
Let's get it so we can see it.
Do we need to zero it out again? Oh no, that.
It's probably still 0.
Yeah.
We can try it, but just cut the leads together. Let's put it so we can see. Okay.
It's not zero actually.
Zeroing.
Yeah,
It's close enough.
close enough. Yeah.
Right. How does this read? The other one was 0.04.
Holy crap.
0, even lower. It is not. It's an order of magnitude lower, less than that even.
Yeah. What? How?
This is a
It's
distorted with the
The distorted bent one.
deformed one. The front, the
This is the
elephant,
bent,
Yeah.
bent
the
one.
elephant man.
Yeah, the ding made it better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we the elephant man.
Improvement.
No, I won't like the elephant man when we finish the investigation.
It will look like a pile of.
Okay, capacitance meter. Let's get this on the
sorry.
stand.
I didn't
So-
want to stab you.
Capacitance should be. This has got fluff on it.
Yeah, everything.
Of course
is
it
just
has.
This should be 1800.
So it
Okay.
withstood the pressure quite well until it blew, pretty much. That's why the fluff is everywhere.
Oh, it's over. What?
1800.
It's more. Oh, this.
Oh,
Well,
Oh.
oh,
it's everywhere.
it's everywhere. That's not a good sign.
It's not. It's not stable.
This is not a good sign, so it's unstable. So this is also a 16 volt capacitor. So let's start at lower voltage and let's gradually increase this one.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sorry, Detlef. I know where this is going
I
already.
hate you guys.
I said sorry.
Shorted it or something. That ding made it better.
Yeah, it's probably internally shorted in one of the.
Ah, that's why it read such a low ESR.
Yeah. So this is either it's going to blow directly or it's just going to get warm. There's no.
Yeah, this would be if it gets getting warm. That would be
Okay, so we
interesting.
need to be able to see the settings on that.
Yeah. So sorry.
As X-Man, I would love to have a Tupperware container. Believe me.
Don't we?
No.
We might be able to set something up.
Do you have an empty can?
I think we can.
put
Drinking glass would work.
that
No,
would-
then we have shattered glass. It's not a good idea.
No. Yeah, the force was quite.
Okay, I think what we can do is we can put something between.
I'm going slow, by the way, guys. Sorry. I don't want my face full of fluff again.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put this here somewhere to protect us.
Shield. We have a shielding in front.
We have a shield in front of it like that, yeah. So the camera's in.
So my arm is the only thing that's getting exploded.
Yeah, maybe
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
get your team thermal camera ready.
Yeah.
Because this would be the interesting part here with the deformed one.
16.
16, no wattage going through. This shouldn't get hot. Oh, there's fluff in my camera.
Did I mention that I hate the idea?
Yeah.
Well, it seems fine. I mean, that's. Well,
You cleaned the desk, right?
Okay. I did help. I got the kitchen roll.
Just give
This
me.
gets every fucking where.
Yeah.
Audience, remind me next time we do this sort of experiment, we'll have the beers first.
Okay, let's see. Thermal camera.
I really can't get you the thermal camera in shot here.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to check myself.
Well, I think we can move this thing so it starts
Yeah.
until we start some leakage going on.
Yeah, because it won't go from a runaway if you don't have any leakage, pretty much. So it's holding.
That's fine.
It's at 16 volts exactly, so that's pretty good. You should ignore shiny parts like this,
Yes.
because it gives you the lights, for example, on the overhead.
It's something to do with emissivity. Or
Emissivity, yeah,
some
exactly.
strange word.
Everything reflective has higher emissivity and gives.
Judge says, I don't know experience of forming vintage cups. Okay, I have no idea. But I think Dutch answered that one. 20% of rated voltage for a few hours.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is okay for now. Of course, we are not going to be here a few hours.
No, we don't want to reform this one. This was about reforming.
Yeah.
You need to straighten it to reform it. Okay.
Okay, so let's go slowly
We can't see the readout.
until the readout shows a spike.
And then we show you guys. It's a bit awkward to do this.
Oh yeah, right.
Or shall I do it from the other side and then you can see what's happening? Let me get into another position. So if I can adjust that.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see on the screen. I can see the reading.
Yeah.
18.9.
No leakage still. This is going to go fast when it's.
Can we? So we want to get to 20, don't we?
Yeah, 20 is fine. It's 25%.
Just putting my phone somewhere else.
It's over 25% actually. So.
You're 20
It's just on 20.
Still, it's actually leaking less than the other one did, because the other one started to leak at 20 already.
Interesting. So the ding has made it better. It's got more capacitance, lower ESR, and it's taking the voltage.
Oh, we have the wattage on screen. It's the lower one.
The lower one, the lower of the three readings is wattage. Obviously the current is 0, remember, so the wattage is 0.
Yeah, if there's no current, there's no wattage.
No, exactly. So what, shall I turn that up a bit more?
Go for 22 and then leave it there. Don't explode it forcefully, I guess.
22.4.
There's leakage and it's going fast. Okay. No, it's not climbing. Actually, oh. Wait. Yeah, yeah, there it's climbing. Do you want mayhem, guys? No, I don't want to clean up more. So let's go.
Oh.
Let's go down. It's going to blow. Let's leave it at that. It's already up there. Yeah. It's going to blow. She's gonna blow. Yeah, she is. But 22 volts on a damaged capacitor, and it actually boo.
Cartha, you're not sitting here.
Boo, pussy.
Fucking fluff
Guys, you're not
everywhere.
going to live that down. I tell you what, bring it.
It's not the bang, it's the cleanup.
No, okay, bring it back. Stick it underneath this, and let's.
Oh,
do
okay,
it.
yeah, fine.
Okay, we found a solution. We can't
fine.
leave it hanging like that, can we?
Let's put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
It's not going in a project anyway. Not after that.
Not anymore, yeah.
Like, wasn't after the ding on the side of it.
Kind of.
Actually, you would get better performance if you did it.
Stick it in there.
Maybe
Put it-
selective damaging.
Put it over the top of it.
Yeah,
Right.
there we go.
We need it standing up, I think.
Yeah,
I try to get put it in really close now.
Give me a second.
Let's just stand it up.
Let's go for the money shot.
Okay, we're close. Get a zoom set up.
Okay, I can go. Oh wait, I can do this. I
Steady
can do
cam.
This and then zoom in,
Okay,
and
then
then
zoom in.
all the people are seasick.
Oh!
So if anybody wants to do a slow mo of this, now it's the time. Okay, hit it.
Okay. I'm at
50. Go on.
15, 20, still nothing. 22, 23. There we go.
It's going to go. It's going to go. We can see the currents climbing up. 120 milliamps, 150 milliamps, 170 milliamps, 180. 2 watts. So I'm on watts. Sorry.
2 watts, 3
2
watts.
watts, 3 watts.
Oh yeah, sorry I can't show
Four.
you this all at once. Maybe somebody wants to hold on the plastic cover.
No,
No, it'll be fine.
let it jump.
This will be all over the place.
We-
Won't do it.
We get up to
20
1 amp.
watts.
We 1 amp. We 1
20
amp.
watts? 60,
60
watts?
watts.
70? What?
80. Oh!
100 watts before it blew.
The smell.
That smelled worse, actually. So Xing Shang, Xing, or
Chongqing.
Chongqing
No,
is
no.
not the same as
Chang'e.
Chang'e.
There were 23 volts for this, by the way. So
And it went up to about 100 watts.
100 watts before it blew. Oh, the casing came out in one piece.
Oh, can we fix it then?
Look, here's the canister.
I
It's
think
empty.
reforming with this thing won't work anymore, right?
No, I don't think so. You can roll a new one, I guess.
Oh, you got the housing there.
The housing and
Yeah. Oh, okay, look.
and the
This
cover.
is a DIY cap.
It
Yeah.
deassembled it pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah.
So,
Build your own caps.
this leads to another question. This is a tantalising episode, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, the question was then,
Double rolled. Okay, so there's 2 leads. Yeah. Positive and negative. They're still attached. That's cool. You can see both.
if they don't bulge, what do the tantalum capacitors do?
They explode. Or they crack. Either way. Okay. Give me the bin so I can throw this away.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, not the tantalum. Yeah, I'm not scared of.
Capacitor box.
No.
This is capacitor goo now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get rid of this mat anyways, so.
So, how do tantalum capacitors react to
Let's see what they think.
What do you think, tantalums, what will happen?
How many watts?
Show them what a tantalum is, please.
Take your bets. How many watts, Paul?
Yeah, that went up to 100 watts, on
Yeah, that's kind of impressive actually, because 100 watts is a lot of power for that small thing.
So this has a stripe on. The stripe is a positive on the tantalum, or a plus side. Can we see the markings?
Yeah.
Microscope, you think?
You could.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Just lift the microscope up a bit. That's too low.
Not a lot of people use tantalums anymore, actually.
You know, and you want to know the nasty mouse, and you want to switch the view on the.
Yeah. I'm going. Oh crap!
Yeah, this is why.
Not now, Windows. We don't want to.
Yes, you do.
Windows.
Yes, you do.
What? We want to restart the Windows?
No, we want to have the web.
Oh yeah. But no. Windows want to wanted to update. F11. Yeah. Oh, that's slow motion. Okay. Sorry guys. Try. There we go. And let's put it right side up for you guys. Okay. Yeah. Oh. It wants to spin that way. I don't know why. God damn it. Sorry. There. Okay, it's a little to the right.
Okay, so the plus sign is a positive.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's hard readable.
Okay, I can tell what it is. It says 226.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, wait. Try it. It says 226.
Okay. Why is it so bad on that camera? Okay, I cover the light source. Oh, God damn it. Okay.
Ah, there you go.
There you have it. So
There,
226. That's 22 and 6 zeros.
Yeah.
So this is
22
microfarad. And then the voltage. Oh, this is a 35 volt one. So we can't do this.
No, we can't.
We can't explode it.
Okay, another time, guys. We don't have a high enough voltage. power supply.
Well,
I don't think of any lower
We have a
voltage.
wall outlet, I guess. It's
Okay.
AC, it won't do anything.
Is it a full moon already?
We
Again?
need the equipment for that.
It's AC for first of all, it won't do anything to it. Even if it's higher voltage.
No, Judge, I don't think that it will blow at 30. I don't think so.
No.
No,
A reverse voltage, yeah, maybe.
yeah, no, but do they have? Oh yeah, they do have.
Reverse polarity, yeah.
Some tantalums don't. No,
Can we put the camera on me?
the ones on
Wait,
PCBs
maybe
and stuff
can.
don't.
Wait, let me try. Handheld camera.
Okay.
What's Richard holding?
People can't see because I'm just totally out of focus here. He's
Audio equipment.
no.
No, an amp.
Two of them. Somebody said, why don't you repair some more guitar amps? And two have turned up at back end last week.
Okay.
So I have two more guitar amps for repair. This one is a Roland Boss.
I can see that.
Roland Boss, so this is completely dead. It doesn't do anything. The lights don't come on, nothing happens.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so this
No
is
one's
for,
used that in a while.
this is
It's dirty.
for repair. Roland Boss.
But if it doesn't do anything at all, won't it be a fuse or something?
It might be. We can look at this if we feel like it later. But this was a repair job.
Yeah.
Roland Boss. Yeah.
Maybe not tell the customer what's wrong with it.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
There was absolutely nothing. And we have this. Is this a guitar amp? Or
This is from Bernard. Yeah.
this is a guitar amp. Look at this thing.
Roland.
Keyboard, instruments, guitar.
Yeah.
Roland makes nice stuff, special keyboards. So yeah. I remember the
So this is
sound
repair.
cards they made. The
Oh, yes, they did.
MT32 special external sound card thing for retro computers.
Roland stereo, but like the speakers are so close to each other.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we also have that for repair as well. So it's a little.
This one is
Battery
actually
powered.
But no, this has a built-in battery. Oh no! Doesn't it? Can you open it?
Yeah.
Really?
They
And
have-
I use batteries for this? No.
Lots of them.
I thought this
Six
was,
of them.
I thought there was a battery built-in.
I don't know what the problem is with this one. It's got batteries in it.
No, it's the microphone jack.
Oh, so yeah, this one
yeah.
works. This one works, but the microphone jack's faulty. So just a faulty jack on this one.
Nothing special.
Ah, Groove Dodger, proud new owner of a Marshall here. So no, but I bring my guitar when we test it out.
Okay.
Jesus, there's still fluff everywhere.
Okay. So 360 camera. So sorry we get back to that now. So if you're interested about the 360 camera,
Totally F11.
I feel I have a function F1.
Yeah.
If you're
Oh.
interested in
You
the
didn't select the.
what am I doing?
Just close that one.
That one.
Yeah. Click on the background, and then F11 now.
And then F11.
Yeah.
Technology is too much for me because obviously. Sorry. Right.
Technical support.
Right. So if I go into oh yes, of course.
Even my can is full of fluff.
Your drink's full of fluff. You know, like they do like
Maybe inside as well.
yeah, they do like a cola vanilla or a cola cherry. You got cola capacitor fluff.
Cola Chung X.
Cola Chong X with a hint of Chong. Cola with a hint of Chong X. Okay,
I will
so
probably sell somewhere.
Grand Canary uncovered.
I thought the 360 view for
The car boot one was
car boot,
interesting.
yeah, a lot of people like that. I saw the comments.
Yeah, so we tried it again. So if you guys are interested to see more from the 360, then myself and Julie were on this one.
Was this yesterday's or no?
This was on Wednesday. So
okay.
Grand Canary uncovered, and then this pink pool and phone party interactive, and it's
Wow! And
it won't play on here.
It's killing the machine.
It won't play on here because the
machine,
data rate is too low.
the machine is going to die.
Yeah.
Just play it and
It's 8K.
let it buffer. Let it buffer.
Yeah, it's 8K, so this machine can't handle.
It's played at 360.
And
Well, at least 1080, and this won't play it. Oh, it is better.
It's actually better than 360.
So so this was done on on the 360. If you want to see,
It's actually working quite well.
and
I'm surprised.
it's actually working quite well.
Okay.
And you can move around, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to see more.
Oh well, there's plenty of girls here as well.
Yeah.
Fair warning, there were 3 girls.
Three girls. Total sausage fest.
There was plenty.
Yeah.
There was plenty of girls here as well.
I don't see them.
Show the people that you can move the camera. This is
I'm going to do this right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, wait, so we can look down on it. There we go.
This movement is not in the video. Rich is doing the movement.
I'm actually doing the movement, so I'm looking around.
Yeah.
There's me filming. There's somebody posing for me. I can follow her. See where she's going to go behind me.
Yeah, and if you're not seasick by now,
Stalker theme.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was a phone pod. If you want to have a play around with it, it's there. Huh?
yeah, Katha, you actually can set the where you normally want to look in the data stream. But since this is something where you simply go in and let it run, this is mostly not edited.
Yeah.
So tricky to do.
Yeah, this isn't edited. This literally just
amazing tech, Warwick. I'm not sure with it. I think this is.
Wow.
Imagine you want to do a video with that. I was sitting in front of my computer and having my mouse every time scrolling left, right, and center. So,
What was that
the
pink thing?
people who just want to watch.
Yeah, my feeling
It's
about
tricky.
this is it's a gimmick because that's how the video came out, and the quality is all right. But I actually then, at the same time I was filming this with Julie, I was also filming on my normal camera.
And the
Jesus,
quality-
crazy, yeah.
And this is filming on the normal camera. There's me doing an intro in the dark.
She's got nice caps.
Yeah, we can find. So there's.
Oh my god, no.
So
Too high quality for me.
Yeah.
I saw enough of this yesterday when I
Okay.
went to pick up stuff.
So this is the same filmed on my normal camera, so I can't actually move around. But this is filmed on the normal camera. But you can't change the view on this. You get what was I filmed.
Yeah, of course, it's
So-
a camera.
So my opinion, guys, on the 360 camera is it's a bit of a gimmick.
It is.
That's what it's a bit of a gimmick. But yeah.
And if you think, okay, I can use this and do my scene selection later,
No.
I think this is way too much work.
It is a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Yeah, when we were talking about, we got the camera from a friend of his, and when we were talking about, I said this is going to be so much work to do doing the post edit. So you have the filming part, and you have the finding which part I want to see in the 360 view.
I could see a use for it in the future, not yet. So an AI, you give it the raw footage of the 360 camera and it picks out the views for you, and you don't need to edit.
Yeah, okay.
But this is about 3 or 4 years in the future.
Yeah, it does have that option to do AI editing, but it's not very good. So
Yeah, exactly.
So the one that
about 3 or 4 years, and it will be really good.
yeah. So the blonde woman who was sitting on the edge of the pool, which had with the 360. So
Yeah.
this is the same one filmed with the normal camera.
The STD pool.
You see?
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, I don't want to go in there. No, thank you.
No.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So that's on a normal camera. But you can't look around. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so that was that.
Yeah.
Answered. Guys, it's fun, but it's a gimmick.
Yeah, it is. But it's good for the car booty.
What was the price tag from the camera?
Well, the X5 is the new one, so I'll just show you what the price tag is. If you give me, so you guys chat for a moment.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I'm checking the chat. I don't.
Yeah, me trying to be invisible. I think this is the biggest problem. You can't make a movie with that because for once nobody knows where you're going, and if you point it the wrong way around, you're looking at the camera crew. So, and me being invisible, hardly.
That's why VR porn uses a 180 cam, not
Ah!
360, by the way, so you don't see the guys.
We should have asked you first. Okay.
It's been a thing for like 10 years now. It's horrible.
Okay, so the Insta360 itself, €385.
This is
That's the X5. That's the new
the
version.
current one, yeah. Okay.
This is the later version, which has a much bigger sensor, better camera. Doesn't need the plastic covers on. You can replace the lenses or the cameras if they break. $385. And then the long poles are quite cheap, aren't they?
Yeah.
The extension pole.
You can show them the one.
Yeah, you have one right there.
You guys?
A pole.
No. Can't use this here.
They're way too long.
Yeah, we need the space for that.
So you can extend every section
This thing is
this much.
This is 3 meters.
And this is 3 sections long. So yeah.
4.
Or 4, yeah. So yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah. That is 4 meters.
This is a nice rod.
This was about 20.
Greg, I'm probably the guilty one here. I found that the 360 view at the flea market was constantly adjusting to the view of the stalls. Yeah, sorry, this was probably me because I was using the 360 like a normal camera. So
yeah, he was pointing in.
I'm using to point this thing
should hold it
somewhere.
steady.
And you probably want to simply hold it
Backpack, rod up,
and
don't touch
That's
it.
what I just held the thing
Yeah.
above
Yeah.
me. But I was holding it too high.
put all the framing into the hands of the people watching.
Put it about a meter over
Yeah.
your head. That should be fine.
I was holding it up.
Yeah.
I had it too high. Dutch Linux, I'd like to see Richard repair a Class H amplifier. Okay, remember the this Sync 10K amplifier, the one I was trying to repair?
Dutch Linux
Yes.
wants you to
They
repair
were-
a Class,
okay, yeah.
class H amplifier.
Yesterday evening we were down at the
It is a Class
parade.
H. you got your wish, Paul.
Oh, well, no, you didn't. So
Oh, no, Dutch,
So,
sorry.
yeah, it's had 4 of these in and a big, huge power supply. So if you watch the 2 videos, it's had a lot of blown devices on here. All this side was blown, power devices. In the power supply, the
That's a nice
the
hit.
PFC MOSFETs were blown. The output diodes, Schottky diodes were blown. I quoted them. I'll tell you exactly what I did. So the parts were about to buy off AliExpress and elsewhere because I was shopping around a bit. The parts came to about €50. I actually quoted them 80 for parts and 120 to fix it. So I quoted them at €200 to repair that, and they said it's too expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came in this week and said it's too expensive. He says, "Do we owe you?" I said, "Well, I'm doing okay off the. I do get some money from the YouTube, and they were quite well viewed. And I said, I do no fix, no fee for you." He says, "Well, you've got to put it back together." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll charge you whatever. I think 100 or something. So you got to pay 100 anyway for the labour."
Yeah.
So it
Which
works
is
out.
absolutely fine.
He says, "I'll give you the big chunk of that." So it turned out in the end, she's paying 100 to get it back and doesn't want to pay 200 to have it back fixed.
People are strange.
So they may change their minds, but at the moment, no. I think 200 to repair that amplifier, considering the fact
fine.
that when I replace all these parts, if I'm not careful, it might go bang again if there's something else wrong with it.
And then you have to replace them again.
What do you guys? I think 200 was a fair
No, it's fair.
price for that.
The problem is people are cheap here. First of all, in Canarias, I have had that many times when I fix computers and stuff.
I mean, what's the price tag on the thing? What costs replacing the whole?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one I have, apparently, according to you guys out there, is a fake, but it's a good quality fake. It's a reproduction. It's not an original lab grouping. It's a Chinese copy, and there's lots of Chinese copies around, but the one I have is one of the better quality copies. But I think to replace it, probably 1,500 or something. If a copy,
This is what I would guess.
I don't know.
And you know, if I need to pay 200 for a repair, replacing the thing for 200, replacing the thing for 1,500.
There is a difference. Yeah.
What was the question?
Yeah. All I can say is at the end of the day, it's down to the customer.
Yeah, of course.
The man from Galdo, who brings me a lot of this stuff to repair, he's never ever, because this isn't his, it's for a client. He's probably putting some money on that because obviously he's doing this bit as well. But whatever price he quoted her, she says
was too much. Yeah.
It's too much.
He probably doubled the price, pretty much.
If he did, that's fair enough because he's getting the work anyway.
Yeah, no, and it's fine. It's 400 is still a third of the cost of a new.
But anyway, at the moment it's all here in bits. I'll put him back together and then we'll see.
By the way, guys,
I'm going to share my channel.
they say in 200 fair, yeah, absolutely. By the way, yesterday evening we were on the parade here. It's gay pride, of course, and yes, there were tons of gay guys.
And there was tons of straight girls.
There were nice girls, by the way, too. Yeah, some of them.
Way too much assless chaps.
But we were talking about this, and actually, the man from Galda, you knew him now. Actually, had a float in there, one of these trucks that drive around there, and we were thinking, Maybe we'll ask the guy from Galda if we can have a look on the backstage, how they're using the sound system, because the sound system is...
Yeah. Well, actually, I had a look at that when Carl is finished with the screen, so I figured out how they power them.
Okay.
And if I
Don't tell the people. Let's do a video about
Okay.
it. I think, would you watch this? Is this something that people here would be interested in? Because this is not a repair thing. Rich normally does repairs, and this is more a thing, because I was thinking,
I mean, the power they're pushing out, kilowatts and kilowatts of power.
Yeah.
So,
You want to go to your
Yeah.
thing?
please. I'm just
You're
going to
on.
shield my channel. No, not really.
This is,
So I haven't done. I did a GitHub repo for the image to 3D thing. I made a video on it and show you how to install it, and I did a one-click install.
Can you tell people what this actually is? Because I don't know what this is.
So you can make. Okay, so let's go into the GitHub repo for the one that I released.
Press F11
Yeah,
for the people on the
sorry, people.
function F1. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to reach.
yeah, for the people on the phone.
So this is a repo from an open source project that takes an image and makes a 3D object from the one single image.
So you take it
from one image.
Yeah, from one image.
Well, not
How does it do the not visible parts?
It calculates it and it guesses.
Yeah, but how would it know it's got a tail?
It guesses because it sees it's a dragon. It has context aware.
Okay.
So and it's hard to install pretty much. You have to make a conda environment and install all the packages. It's a pain in the ass to install. So I decided, why make people suffer? Just make a one button installer. So I made one for people. And the other day I was bored, and they released an audio generator. I haven't done a video yet on this, and I actually made a one button installer for that as well. So the people that were interested in trying Suno, this is actually a local, and it has 20 languages. Why can't I go back? Just give me a sec. Doesn't want to.
Okay.
There. So I made this. So anyone that wants to find me, it's retro upgrades dash YouTube. There is a retro upgrade on GitHub for some reason. And the Ace Step. This is the newest open source local audio generator, and it's really, really, really good. I'm talking Suno levels.
Really?
Yeah. And it only eats up about 10 gigs of VRAM.
I need a fucking rig for this.
Yeah. And it's super impressive because the actual it runs a local server, so you just log into a page and you have this to use. So you can type in text, you can give it an audio sample, you can give it a voice, and it makes music for it if you sing. It does a lot more than Suno does. And it's obviously uncensored and everything. So this is awesome. So I thought I have to get this to people's hands. But of course, the same thing again. A pain in the ass to install. You have to install conda and stuff.
Yeah.
No. This is a standalone Python install that comes with everything too. And I made three batch files that update it for you and install it for you.
So let me get this right as a novice to this. You can use this to make music and stuff, but you're not using online credits for the AI engine.
Yeah. No. This is
you don't even. Do you
unlimited.
need internet connection to run this?
No. This is completely local. As long as you have the VRAM to run this.
Okay.
And actually it defaults to CPU if you don't have enough VRAM.
So
it just takes a while.
And it's uncensored and as much as
I can run this on my machine.
Yeah, it's just very slow.
Vega 2.
Yeah, it's just very, very slow.
What's very slow?
If you run it on a graphics card, I have a 3090.
And about 3820.
I can generate 3 minutes of audio in 10 seconds.
Okay, I don't need 10 seconds. It's
Yeah, exactly.
Real time would be fine for me.
So it's a little slower than real time for the
fine with
CPU.
that.
It's about 20 times slower on the CPU.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't care.
But it's still 20 times. I'm about 6 or 7 times faster
So we have.
on mine. So 20 times less. You would wait 6 minutes for 3 minutes audio.
Fine. Absolutely fine.
So that's.
I grab a coffee in between.
Well, we have that RTX 3060 that I repaired lying around.
It doesn't fit in his laptop.
Oh, it's a laptop.
That would take very much engineering
It's not a real computer.
to mount this into my desktop.
Okay.
So if you're interested, just run by, and easy to install. Just click the button here on releases, download the file, the zip file, and not the source code.
Yeah.
What virus did you have in there?
A couple of Trojans.
Okay.
I'll just show you what the files are inside. It's quite easy. I didn't make a video for this, so I'm going to make a video, obviously, but I haven't had the time. This was a night of a lot of drugs and.
By the way, guys, we're just talking about his prescription from the doctor when we when we say a lot of drugs. Let's just make sure.
Let's clarify.
Let's clarify.
It's meds for my back. They're really strong though. Okay, so it comes like this, and you just run this pretty much. It's a batch file.
Okay, I'll try this on my machine.
And this is the update script. For now, there's no update, but you just run the batch file, and just to show you, I can't really. Oh yeah,
what
I
is
didn't extract
environment?
Environment creates the environment.
This is called by the.
Oh, this is a bit like
by the Python.
So this is kind of like you have to install sometimes like that. That runtime C.
Exactly.
The stuff that Windows needs, like the runtime
this sets up
Visual
the
C.
Python environment with the specific packages for that, so it doesn't conflict with your computers.
But it's like the equivalent of like that's Visual C++ runtime.
I'm not going to run it now because it is going to take. Okay, no.
Caesar, if I understood Carlos right, yes, it would. So if it run, I have my main machine at home is a little Asus P50 something. So a AMD blah blah Ryzen. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So enough threads for me, but the graphics engine in there is just meh. Runs Minecraft.
Anything runs Minecraft.
Well,
you could run Minecraft
this
on a
thing
90s
doesn't.
Amiga or something.
This thing won't run Minecraft. No. Yeah, no. It should default to CPU offload. I don't know if there's a minimum for what needs to be offloaded to the graphics card. There are some parts that can't be done by CPU.
Dutch, I'm absolutely with it. Python is done easy on Linux, but who wants to run Linux?
Yeah.
So,
not Dutch Linux by any chance.
Yeah, maybe Dutch Linux. Okay,
maybe Dutch Linux wants to run Linux.
Yeah, come on. I need to do some productive things here.
Okay, let's move to
as a
some.
server.
let's
Yes,
go.
I'm with you, but not as a
it works pretty much.
Okay.
So just install and go for it.
Okay, we try it.
Yeah, and it's free, of course. By the way, 11 gigs after it downloads all the files and everything.
Yeah.
It auto downloads everything. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, go for it, Rich. You wanted to show them something.
No,
no,
I can't remember now. That was yesterday.
Yeah, I know the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody in the chat, Dutch mentioned about me repairing Class G amplifiers. I've repaired loads on my channel. I made videos. If the rest of you don't understand what this Class A and B is, it's the topology of an amplifier, the design. So a Class G amplifier has normally 2 HT voltage rails. So you'll have plus 45 and plus 90, and minus 45 and minus 90. The idea is that when the music is at a lower level, you're not using the higher voltage because you don't need it for the peaks of the music, and therefore the transistors are dissipating a lot less power. You're wasting less power, and it only goes to the high voltage when the peak of the music goes above the limit of the low, 45. So if the peak of the music up to 50 for the bass, as it comes up, it switches on the higher rails to use them and switches them back out again.
So for layman's terms, the higher the letter in the alphabet, the better.
No.
Okay, the worse.
No. Okay, so we started with a class A amplifier, which was just a single transistor.
Okay, yeah.
And then the Class B is what we call the complementary, where you have the PNP and the NPN.
Yeah, okay.
There's a word for that. And then there's a Class AB, which is the same as that, but they're all biased. They're on slightly, so you don't get any crossover distortion where it goes from.
So they're but
okay.
they are getting better the higher letter you go.
No, because the Class C amplifier is used where it just allows it to clip. So the sine wave will clip the square wave.
Clips.
A Class C amplifier, perfect example, is a megaphone. So those megaphones the police are using, there's nothing to see it. The sound is very distorted.
It sounds like
but
shit,
the transistor will switch on or off, so it dissipates very little power. So you can use a very small transistor and get a huge amount of volume.
Gain, yeah.
Class D is the switching amplifiers, which are basically it's almost like a PSU, a switch mode power supply. So effectively, it's using the switching voltage to drive the speaker. Imagine a switch mode power supply that you can change the voltage of it at audio frequencies.
At audio frequencies.
That's basically a Class D. Class E and Class F are not used for audio. I think one's used for RF. I'm not sure. Somebody else will know what a Class E and Class F amplifiers are, but they're not.
I'm pretty sure.
But they're not used as audio amplifiers. Class G is the same as the Class AB, but it has the switchable voltage rails. And sometimes there's three, like 40 volts, 90, 120 or something like that.
Yeah.
There can be three sets of rails. And Class H has a tracking power supply, which is always a couple of volts above the level of the audio. So as the audio level's going up and down, the voltage is tracking it just a bit above.
Okay, so it follows around.
Yeah, so the power transistor will only drop in a couple of volts or so. So therefore, it doesn't generate much heat.
So, yeah,
But Class E and Class F amplifiers, what are they used for, guys?
it sounds like they're amplifiers. So yeah, RF wouldn't be a bad guess.
Each one is a topology. It's not a quality.
Yeah. Okay. That's too bad. It would make it a lot easier for people to pick one. Otherwise, but yeah, I'm not the audio guy, by the way. So I couldn't care less. As long as it doesn't sound like shit, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I only play guitar.
Well, I'm going to have to Google this because nobody's answered the question. What are Class E and F amplifiers?
Cartha's out there.
As
Is Linux good for gaming? No.
Hmm?
One answer, Linux isn't good for gaming.
not yet.
No.
They're working on it.
Dutch, to finish this discussion for me, Windows, because I'm used to this, I'm 57 years old, I'm not switching, fuck it, no. And who runs my Photoshop? Oh, Linux can't do this, and don't tell me Wine can do this. Wine can't do this, no. Photoshop, sorry mate.
Krita is better than Photoshop.
Nope, sorry mate. I'm
used.
used to this,
I know.
and you can't beat the
Experience.
speed I do with Photoshop. I have to relearn. I could use the Affinity tools.
No,
They are really nice, but to relearn those, no.
I agree. Relearning I did that for FreeCAD instead of Fusion 360 because there's stupid terms.
Gordon, you're not serious.
No, GIMP is super trash.
Hang on, I thought.
There's a better version that's called Krita, and you have AI integration if you want.
Krita?
Krita.
Oh, Krita, not. I was thinking more GIMP is like the guy. This is the
one with the ball in the mouth.
With the ball in the mouth. Yeah, this is a bondage thing. This is a BDSM thing. It's GIMP. And Critter is something completely.
No, Krita with K.
Oh,
not Critter.
Class E amplifier.
Not the Krita. What
okay,
you were thinking.
I see where you're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get us back on the screen for a moment?
Sure.
Nope.
The question is nobody was interested enough even to know.
No, they're doing the Linux discussion.
It's the Class E
Linux is more important.
Class E amplifier is a highly efficient tuned switching amplifier. So it's designed to amplify at one specific frequency.
Radio frequency.
Which is, well, having an amplifier that at one specific audio frequency wouldn't be much use.
No.
So yeah, Class E is used
for a continuous frequency.
For a single frequency. Okay. So, for example, it's tuned to the antenna.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the carrier wave.
So the carrier wave frequency. Yeah. So that's what a Class E is, and a Class
I
F.
have a pair of ideas for that one.
Class F amplifier.
Photopea, I'm with you there. Online Photopea is a very good alternative if you don't have Photoshop.
Photoshop is expensive as hell.
I did Photoshop.
If you don't hack it.
I did I did Photoshop for 20 years. I'm from Photoshop when it was version 3. I'm not talking version CS3. I mean 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah. So there's some history.
Yeah. If you are ingrained in that. Like I've used Fusion, not Fusion. I've used AutoCAD Inventor since I was 16 at school. We had a license, and I got a free license from my school, so I had it for years. But I upgraded to Fusion 360. Finally, it was free to use for commercials and stuff, so I used it for my YouTube. But then the stupid, what's it called? They changed the licensing. So you can't use it for commercial use anymore. So you can't make YouTube videos about it. So it's commercial use because I make money on it. So I had to change over to FreeCAD. And FreeCAD was shit when I changed over. Now it's really good. They're getting there, but it's still taking time to get where Fusion 360S. So I know the pain of learning a new application. I was forced to it, so fine. But
Okay, so I still don't know what a Class F amplifier is used for.
The Falcon F-amp is a linear buffing
A
design
line buffer.
to boost the data signal that controls 3-wire pixels.
what?
It-
that sounds like
It tells us here Class F can be driven by a
Three-wire
sine or a sine. I think it's another RF thing, you know. Driven
no,
by a
that
sine.
sounds like a video thing.
That does. So I don't know what is.
Maybe for RGB, 3-wire pixels. That sounds about right. And that if it holds a steady frequency, that means the clock is inside.
How to design an RF power amplifier Class F. So Class F is also for radio frequencies.
Okay.
E and F. There you go, guys. Mystery solved.
What?
It's a shame nobody really wanted to know that.
What was the topic again?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one
Carry on. Carry on. Actually,
Oh, sorry, man.
No, we're talking over each other. Right.
Yeah.
Detlef, your turn.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say. No.
Mint Linux if you want to try gaming on it, by the way. I gave it a try a few months ago.
Oh yeah, I could tell the lucky story of the little drone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Lucky story.
Yeah. So
I'm getting a beer.
there are some drone pilots out there. I know Cartha. I think you have a Phantom or something. And yeah, get me someone. Do we have one left?
We do. What?
Because
What do you want?
if you have some of these, because
Thanks,
There's-
Tim.
I was going for vanilla Coke, and you know I need to anything to.
There's a Dr.
That's
Pepper.
horrible.
No, this is next.
You
next,
bought
next.
it.
Yeah, no, next live stream.
Okay.
I can only take one of those for once.
In that case,
No,
then,
he tried vanilla Coke and he liked it as much as I do.
Cool, was he in?
Oh, Cola Zero works perfect. Yeah,
And
yeah.
beyond that, this will tie in perfectly to your topic.
Oh my God. Oh, I should. This is Bernard one's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah.
fell in the sea.
Yeah, this one is a. I didn't drown this.
It
This isn't
wasn't
a-
you.
Yeah,
Somebody else dropped
not
it.
me this time. Yeah.
This time.
But we had a Miniport 4.
Which is similar
So-
to that.
It's similar like this, but it's a newer version. And I was flying this and flew this up in the air, 120, and was on my
120 what?
meters.
Okay.
Meters. And was on my descent down.
You
And
were landing.
suddenly I had a which my screen simply showed everything upside down. Then I got a connection lost, and the thing fell from 30 meters right onto concrete. This isn't good for drones.
No, not really.
No.
It's not good for
Yeah.
anything,
So
really.
it was sitting here. Rich said, "Okay, come on, we'll have a look inside," because I couldn't switch it on, and the rear rotors felt really bad. And I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe sending this to DJI is a good thing, because this is a €1,000 thing.
It was out of warranty, I take it.
No, I wasn't sure that it was out of warranty, because well, you're flying this and it fell out of the sky. So
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what happened, because maybe this had a catastrophic motor failure, or it had a crash in the software. I'm not sure. I don't know.
The bird hit it.
A bird hit it. Oh, this could be another thing there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, anyways, we sent it over to DJI. They have a really good process for this. So you go on a website, type in your crap, and they send you a package stamp. So package the thing up, send it over
Oh, a
there.
postage label. A pre-
Postage label. Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
thank you. Yeah. You send it over there, and then they determine what's wrong with the drone, and they determined what's wrong with my drone, and they asked me to send over some files from the controller, where it has all the navigation data in there. And on Thursday I got the mail. Oh, we're repairing your drone for free, and it's coming back to you.
Software issue?
Yeah.
Ta-da! Yeah.
I was guessing it's software
And
issue.
Thursday was also Detlef's birthday. Happy birthday, Det!
Oh, happy birthday. He doesn't want to be reminded.
He's now 1 year older
reminded.
than he was the day before.
Yeah. So this was a good birthday present. Yeah. Oh, just
Where are DJI based for those who are interested in doing the same thing?
I did send this one over via UPS to Poland, I think.
went-
Or the Netherlands.
It went to the Netherlands.
Yeah, maybe Dutch Linux knows if there's a thing.
I think DJI Europe are in Holland. Remember when they were messing us around with some VAT fraud and wouldn't give us a tax?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, it's coming back and it's free of charge. So if you have a broken DJI drone, sending this over is they're really fair with the prices. I don't have this really DJI Care Refresh. When you buy one of these, they tell you, oh, in the next 48 hours you can do a contract with them. So if something happens to the drone, this is an insurance thing, but it costs $50 a year or
And you
something.
don't have it.
We don't have this, no.
For
Because
$50 a year, knowing your track record of drones, I think it's
It's
a
not,
bargain.
it's not bad. No.
Knowing your track
this year we haven't flown this much. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't
Well,
crashed.
thank you so much for the birthdays. Thank you guys.
Hello, babies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
My kid is in the chat, by the way.
Oh yeah. Hello, Papa. Yeah, I see.
It was her birthday yesterday.
Yeah, I was just
the
going for
7th, well,
happy birthday, Lily.
yeah.
Everybody say happy birthday, Lily.
Happy birthday, Carl.
She had her birthday party yesterday, but her birthday is on the 7th.
How old was Lily?
She turned 7.
She's 7 now.
Yeah. The time flies, pretty much.
Okay, yeah. So this was a GTI story. I thought, if anybody of you guys run into problems with this, I think it's worth this. Getting a new drone, we checked this out without a controller, and you can't get them without a controller, so you buy the cheapest controller, so there are 2 of them, would set up back some €700 or something.
Yeah.
And you know, €700 against free, I take free.
I take free all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe she said that one, to be fair.
Yeah, Lily.
This
Getting a lot of happy birthdays.
This feels horrible. So the gimbal is completely stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this motor spins really hard resistance.
And it fell in the sea, didn't it?
Yeah, so this one drowned.
It has a lot of salt particles everywhere and sand.
And it's laying in the office now for at least 3 months. So every salt that was on this PCB has already eaten everything that's to eat in there.
Yeah. If you want to save one of these that falls in the sea, put it in a vat of alcohol so it dries out everything, because alcohol is hydrophilic. It absorbs water. Yeah, hydrophobic is when it repels water. Hydrophilic is when it's absorbed. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so AliExpress. We're very pleased. Actually, thank you guys a lot for this. For all of you who bought those high voltage testers, the 4,000 volt tester. That was great. So AliExpress have now decided to give me some money to order something else. More money. So I'm thinking of reviewing, because I have not done this apart from the bench power supply I did a couple of years ago, a cheap one. I'm looking for a dual bench power supply, high current rating. They give me a limit of $150, so they will supply it and I can review it for you guys. Is there any particular bench power supply? I'm thinking dual, but you guys might have a different idea. Anything particular you would like to see reviewed of a better quality bench PSU?
Dual power supply is good. It's useful. Sometimes you need different voltages to run your projects.
Well, this is €90. They've sold 100 and something of this one, it says.
The one on the right looks better.
That's within the price range.
Yeah.
That's 30 volt 10 amp dual.
Yeah, the other one is 5, right?
This one is, I don't know.
I think that's 5 amp one, right?
It says 10.
Oh, it says 10 actually.
Yeah, I mean, obviously something that you guys might consider in your price range as well. We don't have to go to the most expensive we can scrape out of it.
Yeah, and with that, go for the cheaper one, because that's what people will go for.
This is what I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, but there again, something hopefully I can use. So what I have now, I have a dual 0 to 30 volt, which is 3 amp. I have a 0 to 30 volt 5 amp, a linear one. I have a switching 0 to 30 volt 10 amp, which we used to destroy those capacitors with. So I'm thinking either get something with a higher voltage, like a 60 volt,
or higher
or a dual one.
The 60 amp is quite nice though.
Yeah, that's only 15 volt, that one. I mean, there's so many around. I mean,
I've looked around, and there are some.
Oh, 120 volt 3 amps. That's a bit over the price because they pay me in dollars and it's not as much as euros.
It's $160, $170 something.
That's the one, yeah. Is that dual?
No. This one is, yeah.
This is a dual supply, so
but it's 5 amps at 120 volts.
So in series up to 120 volt 5 amps, that's a plus and minus 60.
Yeah. Or
5
10 amps at 60.
Or in parallel 10 amps at 60. So we could look at maybe one of these. That would come in the price.
Let me ask a stupid question here. With all the amplifiers you're repairing, What would be the power? Would be the voltage range you need?
Something that would technically go up to a plus or minus 120 would be plenty to power those amplifier boards off the thing. But I need to find a way to supply them plus or minus 15. Yeah, I know some of you guys do amplifier stuff. So, is there anything you'd recommend? We've got 30 minutes, so if you can come up with anything you think that might, and that you, something you might be interested in, you'd like to see put through its paces, that's the best thing. There's no point me getting something if you guys are not really interested in that type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So reviews to request practically there.
How are we doing on time, by the way?
It's about 30 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
So we have time.
I can ask a question then. I'm.
Oh, you're asking the question.
Yeah. I'm making a stupid project again, so I need some feedback before I do it. I've already bought the stuff, so I'm going to do it anyway. So, do you remember the solder sucker I have? It's the heated one with the plunger thing. So it's a mix between a solder sucker, the manual.
It has a plunger. It's like a soldering iron with a hollow bit.
And the plunger.
I think I have one here.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you like it?
No. I can take it because I can modify that one and show them what I'm thinking. And I'm going to pull up something on AliExpress here. Water pump bottle.
Dutch later, man.
So I was thinking of making my own vacuum thingy. A vacuum desoldering station. Okay. Water pump. But I was going to use a different pump than the commercial ones, obviously, because they're so expensive. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, this is the exact one I have, by the way.
You've got two of them now.
Yeah, perfect. It works. It works quite well, actually. But the problem is this. You have to go and do this all over again, and it's a pain in the ass.
Well, I might have solved your problem.
Yeah.
So I actually bought this.
I need to show you guys this
specifically to make my review video on solder suckers. Yeah. So.
highest quality.
Yeah, this is €3, by the way.
But look at the. There's already.
Yeah, I know. I already opened mine and fixed it. By the way.
Well, you have another one, but I think I've solved your problem.
Yeah.
Because I bought that, and I also bought for my own money, I will say. It must be a year or more ago, I made this video where I was comparing all the different desoldering tools you can buy. And this has been gathering dust ever since. I have absolutely no need for it. So,
I've
so that's
seen
now
these.
yours.
I've seen these. So
when's your birthday?
In November. Something.
Oh, it's close enough.
Yeah.
That's yours.
So I've seen this. This has a solenoid inside that does exactly the same as this. It just pulls air out.
Would you like us to try this? Shall we plug it in?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's do a short.
My idea to modify one of these is using one of those.
I can plug them both in.
Pumps.
We can pull both in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's do a comparison first, and then I'll explain my idea.
Yeah, but that's yours, Carl.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It is useful for me. Ow! Crap. I bent a nail. Sorry.
You maybe want to do this. Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll find something you can resolder. Let me go find something.
So the idea is that desoldering stations are really expensive. Even this thing is quite expensive. It's like €30 or something.
Really?
Yeah. And this one costs 3. So I was thinking of modifying in a tube from here to one of the water pumps that I have.
So you have a constant air
suck. Yeah. And it has a button on the top as well. So you can on and off it just like the real one. And I tested the suction at home, and it actually worked quite well. So I'm pretty sure if I modify this, just take out the plunger, this orifice here is enough to actually put the tube on.
Epoxy, and then.
Yep.
What would you use for it for the tubing?
The tube comes actually with the pump, the water pump, and it's silicone rubber that handles 150 degrees.
I was going for you need something like silicone,
Yeah, and everything comes with the pump, and the pump is
Oh, I see the price tag.
430 for the pump and 3 something for the desoldering iron. So you get an entire station for about 10 euros. That would make for a nice tool for very cheap.
Yeah, for a cheapo, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, if you want the good stuff, you go for the real desoldering station, about 150 euros or so.
100 and something.
Yeah, above 100 at least. So, and you can actually put the button here. You just put a tactile button that goes back to the pump, because it's a tactile button on the pump. So you just wire it in. You can have the
Careful,
suction.
they're hot already.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like the way those wires go in there. Can we get this
Yeah.
down?
I showed this
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
it's already
You've
shown.
showed this.
Yeah.
I mean, just where you want to grip that to push this, that's right by your finger.
Yeah.
That's a
So
really...
this will need about 2 minutes more before it's hot.
Anthony has a interesting thing there. You probably need a filter to save the pump.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to put a. You can take this off, this part here, the black part. So you can take that out, and I was going to put a. What's it called? A carbon filter inside from whatever from the thing in the kitchen.
Can't you use something that you use on a... Peter uses something like that for his cigarettes.
Yeah, cigarette filters will work.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was. So
this is how it
this one has a pneumatic plunger inside, and it has a solenoid. So every time you push the button, it draws a lot of current just for a little while.
Well, let me see. While you do that, I'll show you find out how much these are.
These are about 30 euros.
Okay.
I've already checked them. These are about 3 to 4 euros. So
Orion has a thing. The blue one is strong, but when you release it, it spews solar and breaks fast because the electromagnet, which is energized, requirement modified to have a vacuum pump. Videos on my channel. Okay.
he's done one.
Looks like Orion already did this.
He beat me to it.
Yeah. Orion.
But my idea will be constant suction.
Okay.
It will never stop until you release the button.
Wouldn't this cool down the nozzle too fast?
Yeah, if you keep it on, yeah.
Can we get us on the screen just to show the guys?
Just a second. Tim says the thing
That's
with the
not
water
the right
pumps
one, though.
is
Those are
some
more
need
expensive.
to be primed and
there
have
we
no return valves. Switching to air might not be easy. I use a syringe and a medical item filter for solder. Not to go to pump. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the thing on the screen now.
I check your video, Ryan.
Okay. So this is similar to the orange one that Carlos has.
Yeah, but this one cost less.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
And this is the same as the one I just gave to Carlos.
Yeah, that's
for an early birthday present.
Yeah, 34 euros for this is quite expensive. Let's be honest.
And I don't like the idea of a solenoid and smacking against.
Yeah,
the,
I'm thinking.
Feel the weight
PCB.
of this. That's why I didn't buy one actually, but it will be useful.
Yeah,
This is quite hefty.
This will still smack against the PCB, and tracers won't like this.
Okay.
No, so this has its uses obviously.
So that's a scrap bolt.
Yep, this heats up faster because it's a higher wattage than that one.
We have flux,
Yep,
which is not overrated, and we have some
solder. Yeah.
some solar.
Let's go for something.
Let's get a camera where we can see.
Would you use flux here every time, because this will clock up your...
Entirely your choice, but I would certainly add leaded solder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I would do.
Can we get the camera where we can see?
I would say the same. I would use the
If I hold this, is that okay?
Yep, sure. Let's just find a capacitor or something. I can't see the other side.
We have a whole
There we go.
a whole bunch of capacitors here.
Let's take this one.
Oh, we have this one. Okay.
And that's on the corner, easy enough. Okay.
Okay.
So this is hot enough to put solder on as well.
Is it?
Should be. Okay.
Something's happening.
Yeah, it is trying.
It's melting.
Trying to get in there.
Yeah, you've got solder on.
Yeah. Okay, so what you do is just hold it there, let it go molten. Just suck.
Did you see?
See the way it jumped and it spat
solder
out of the bowl.
So that's why I haven't bought one. I still have a use for it. I won't lie, because this will work eventually. Yeah.
Did you see the force with this hammers against the PCB?
Yeah. So Detlef is right about that.
Guys, would you use this on your PCBs?
Not on my expensive stuff. No.
Even if it was, although it was free. Hang on, you haven't. You haven't.
Yeah, it is through. So this should go out now. This takes a little longer to heat up.
Okay.
So that's
Of
why.
course, you pick the one that's glued to the board.
Oh yeah, right. Of course.
Vicious, and yeah, absolutely with you, yeah.
Vicious. It
Tim
is
says
vicious.
instead of
Okay.
a water pump, I would go for an electric tire inflator and reverse the air
We
reaction.
need a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have one of those, but you won't get one for €5.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and the
that,
water pump is €5, so
the idea is to make it as cheap as possible.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the answer is to get something like the one.
Yeah. Of course, a compressor would be a
331H.
lot better. Obviously, I won't deny that. No, okay. No, I'll take one without the
You
stupid
can't get the glue off.
glue.
Glue 1, Carlos 0.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. No glue. There we go.
Added sold or not?
These ones are quite small, so I don't think I need it.
Entirely up to you.
Okay. So there we go. Just heat up.
Oh!
I don't like that. It's that
yeah, and it's
solder all over the place. Okay. Okay. It does a good job when you get a good covering over it. But when it lets go, so what you have to do is put it there, let it heat up, push the button, hold it, let go.
That's right, yeah.
That's how you
you
should
hold
do
the
it.
button in,
Yeah.
move it away from the
Okay.
board, and
Do
then
this
and
again
it
so I
blows
can
it back
follow.
out.
So I can follow with the camera.
So
you're,
press the button, hold it in, move it, and let it go, and it blows it back out.
yeah.
So it's self-cleaning.
Yeah, so the pressure out is self-cleaning, but you need to have a small dish to put it on.
Well, you know, if you know this is manageable then.
It is manageable.
This is try some kitchen remote at least.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, was just to
We need a new desk.
to show the point. So I've seen people use these, and they do work. The problem is not the spitting out or anything, because you can work around that. The problem is the weight. It weighs quite a lot. It weighs maybe 300 grams, 400 grams. So after a while, this will hurt your hand, obviously. My idea will be a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Because the pump is not on the actual, it's going to have a tube that goes away, and the bottom wire will not weigh anything either. So, but if you forget for some reason, you will spit solder all over your board.
Yeah.
Shows us again to the camera. With the solder spilling.
Yep. So if you do this, let's find. If you do this, okay.
And
If
then
I
it
can,
spits all over the board. Yeah.
yeah.
So
You need to have
idea
some ready solder for that.
is to move it over.
Yeah. So it spit solder all over there, for example. So if you have a lot of component density, you won't see a small spatter that is bridging wires and stuff.
Yep.
So what I would say with this, in all honesty, my opinion is A, don't buy one.
No.
And B, if a friend gives you one of these for free, reconsider who you have as friends in the future.
I still have a use for it, but yeah.
The other one is hot.
Yeah,
by the way.
reconsider
Yeah, I
your
know.
choice of friends.
Okay, so let's disconnect this one. We know how that works. And look, if you're in a pinch, it works. But building mine with the pump, even the water pump, the pressure is continuous as long as you push the button. And then when you let go, it doesn't spit out because the pressure equalizes. It doesn't return.
Yeah. I mean, this thing is supposed to be self-cleaning, like I say. So you press the button, you
Yeah.
hold it in, you move it away and let it go, and it blows it back out, so you don't have to clean it.
They made a bug a feature, pretty much. That's my take on it. Okay, that one over there.
This is worse.
Yeah, the problem with this one is the heat takes a while to build up.
Yeah, it takes a while.
But if you do this correctly, you get nice,
can we see that?
clean holes.
Let me get in closer.
I've used these quite a lot. Now
No, you have to do this again. Sorry.
yeah, sorry. Okay, let's go for another capacitor right there.
What is it? Want to do any leaded solder or anything on this?
No, I do. I do this. There. Okay.
Are you supposed to press the plunger in before you put it onto the board?
Yeah, you can. And then
Yeah, same. You have to. Didn't want to change camera angles here.
there we go. So nice and clean holes.
Ollie, does it come out?
Yep, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
So it does work. It requires about 5 minutes to heat up this thing, though.
Yeah, and
Well, I
it's
wouldn't
far
care
less.
about that.
Yeah,
It's far less violent than the other thing.
yeah. So I actually prefer this over that. But for bigger things, this is better because the violent suction action makes it suck up a lot more. What's it called? Solder. So
Yeah.
big ground planes and stuff. When you get it hot enough, you need to take it off fast,
Okay.
so you don't burn the board
Yeah.
or something. This doesn't have the suction for it.
Okay. Can I suggest, by the way, guys, if you want to use these cheap desoldering tools, I mean, I could point you in the direction of my video. I did 2 reviews on this. So one review was where the component was already in the board.
Mhm.
Another review was if you take the component out, like you just pull the capacitor out, was just to clean the holes. So often cleaning the holes afterwards it's easier. I made a review and different tools are better in both cases. But what I would say that both of these things work far better in conjunction with hot air.
Oh yeah.
So if you hold this in one hand, you get the hot air good in the other hand. So the hot air is pointing to the end of this or that one. Then they're a different thing. So if you use that with hot air, and if you want to grab the hot air from up there, try it. Just behind Detlef. Would you guys like to see that or not?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do something else?
Get the hot air. I'm going to try to
Oh my God.
remove this or one of the lugs here.
Yeah.
So the problem with the big lugs is these don't have the tip big enough to do that.
So cleaning holes with desoldering tool may rip round.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
The whole thing with this is all a little bit violent to the.
Can we get Rich? Can we get this off the desk here?
Yeah, we don't need
We're not using that anymore, okay?
Yeah, please.
Well, so
Because
the-
it's
Oh
still-
yeah, we can actually.
It's still
use
hot. Grab this one.
No, we can have it.
We can do
We're
that.
going to try.
I just
We're going to try both of them with a hot air combo.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Just fast and then we move on.
Then we move on.
Okay, so I'll use the one that's preheated.
Okay, hot air is.
Yeah, put it at max pretty much.
Let me turn the temperature. Let me turn the heat up.
So it's important to put.
Is it 400?
Hendrik says I use Weller solder and desoldering station,
hold this for me.
and a small compressor. Maybe you can use a method in your DDGGI. Hendrik, it goes. The idea is to do this on the cheap. Weller is never cheap.
No.
Yeah, it's like I use the SS
Yeah, it's-
331H.
I'm
But they're over 100 euros.
I'm very happy that you guys have this stuff, but this is the idea is to do this on the cheap. Here,
Yeah,
so,
my idea is to do it sub 10 euros. So
yeah,
You don't have the plunger pressed.
no, I know. It's just to melt and put some solder on.
Okay.
It's not even melting with. There we go.
Yeah, that can.
Hollow needle. At least somebody knows this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, SX man, yeah, with you. Yeah, I still have those hollow needles
I
for the very tenacious ones.
Yes, I have them here.
Yep, pretty much. There we go. Okay, and now we do the plunger thingy. Sorry. Go in. Okay, so
That's what she said.
yeah.
That's what she said.
Okay.
I like a nice clean hole personally.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Let's see if I can reach. Okay. Almost done on one try. That's not too bad. The problem is the big pin is bigger than the actual hole.
Yeah, you see the combination works much better.
Yeah. So this would be impossible with just this thing. I can say that from experience already.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, that's why it's hard to do it with these two.
I think we should make a video of this one, is how not to desolder things.
Yeah, I'm really good at that.
well, you know, if I'm at the point where I use hot air, I probably can pull the
Yeah.
things from the
On hot air, yeah.
from the
Okay.
PCBs anyways.
Okay,
So,
the combination thing works very well for things like cleaning holes when you take capacitor
Yeah.
motherboards, because it's cleaning the holes a problem, or desoldering ICs
Yeah,
through holes.
exactly.
With I do it if I'm desoldering switch mode transformers.
Yeah.
I use hot air plus the desoldering tool. Remember to hold the button there when you press it. Give it a hold there.
Yeah, no. I'm just getting heat there. This is a really big. There we go.
You still doesn't
And it got stuck. And there's a big blob of.
I think the other thing we can take from this, guys, is you need to practice these techniques.
There we go. It's molten.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still not enough.
No, not enough.
Not even with hot air.
Okay.
So this one is worse. The more expensive one is worse.
Carlos, Henrik has some ideas here with Venturi principle.
Oh yeah.
Principle. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay, so Venturi is when you blow.
You maybe want to talk to him. But,
compressed air over a specific opening, and it makes vacuum on the other side. That's not a bad idea. And it would make for more constant pressure or vacuum in this case.
You guys discuss this.
Yeah, no, not bad.
This is
I discussed with him.
not my piece of my thing of experience.
It's a little harder physics, let's say. There are Venturi vacuum pumps that you can buy, but they're super expensive and over-engineered.
Drones.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, 15 minutes. Ask us anything, Tal, unless you want to chat on something else, guys.
I'll take those later.
There for you.
And the idea is to make the cheapest desoldering station available that actually has a power desoldering, not
Well, you know,
not a plunger style, pretty much, and make it easy to replicate. That's why I'm going to use the water pump, because you can find those at the Chinese dollar stores for €5 always. That was the idea, at least. Then how well it works, it's up to testing later.
Can I just suggest another option to doing that?
Yeah, sure.
If we,
I don't mind.
I'll move this out of the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is hot as well. That's careful.
Yeah.
How about, rather than trying to reinvent some of the wheel here,
Yeah.
just reinvent the axle and leave the wheel alone? So,
Okay, you mean buy the gun?
yes.
Yeah.
So my other option is to suggest that you buy
the replacement gun.
yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. I've seen those, but they cost about €40.
30 somewhere.
Okay, Tim asked, Richard, did you see the case I made? Greg, I saw you posted this before the show started, and I have it somewhere on the screen here, but I hadn't had enough time to read this.
This was option number 2, by the way.
It's to buy just the gun, which you can buy separately.
So you can buy these separately. It's a replacement gun for your station.
Yeah.
There are off-brand ones.
Well,
They're about 35 to €40. The off-brand ones, not the branded one. And this comes with the button, comes with the standard connector. One actually does.
Okay,
this one
that's good.
actually doesn't fit my my station, because I have a crappy one with 3 pins, not 7 or whatever. And this is the vacuum lead. This is actually car vacuum hose, nothing special.
So you can buy them if you look.
Yeah, you can buy them, and actually you can power them. You just cut off the tip, and that's it. And it would work. Obviously, this would work better because it has a nice feeling trigger and
stuff. Soon as Carlos likes things, can we get a camera onto this? I'll tell you what's wrong with this.
Yeah.
This is my old original one. I just kept it lying around. So what went wrong with this one?
You didn't clean it?
I did clean it, but
you can't get it out.
I'll tell you why you can't get it out in a minute, because this is what's wrong with it. So what's wrong with this one is where the actual insert in this is. So this is your end, okay, and then you have the heating element. There's a metal tube in there that's supposed to, it keeps the solder molten until it reaches the end, and that metal tube, you know when you get the cleaner you push it in. So I thought, I can't get it in, so I get a pair of pliers and shove the thing through, and it's pushed the tube back here. So if you can get the tube from that,
you can actually fix it up.
no, you can have this. This is not for you as well.
I can do a test with that as well.
Please screw
so what you need to do is figure out how to get the metal insert pushed back that way.
I have an idea.
3 screws, and
So that's also yours, Carlos.
That was the idea.
Carlos is getting all the freebies today for his
Yeah.
birthday in November.
Yeah, I want mine. Yeah,
Goes in
that
there.
goes in there. Yeah.
I have spare tips for this. So, yeah. So there you are.
Yeah, the tips are not
Another
expensive.
freebie for Carlos.
Yeah, another experiment.
And that's why you can't get the tube off here, because
Yeah, there's a metal
the
tube.
metal thing is there pushing too far forward. So
I can even open the entire gun.
Yeah, okay, that's why it won't come off.
That's fine.
yeah, good Christmas today, right?
Yeah.
And because the tube's sticking out.
I was going to buy one of these to test.
Well, there you go. So
I
because
don't need to anymore.
because the
What's the
tube's
price
sticking
tag on
out,
this thing?
About
35 or something.
yeah, 35 for the off-brand ones. Desoldering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another problem is because the tube's sticking out from the heater the last few millimeters. The last few millimeters are cool, so it keeps clogging up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I've been searching for these myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
42 euros.
42 euros.
For an off-brand one, by the way. The
That's
brand,
a genuine one.
yeah, the branded ones are about 70 just for the gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, this is a genuine.
for making a sub 10 euro one, this is not possible with this one, obviously.
No, it doesn't sound feasible.
It's really nice.
Except if some of your friends just give you one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then it's up to 10 euros. But this is a good option if you want something nicer, obviously.
You're doing well today.
Yeah. But I'm going to.
Talking so else you guys.
I'm going to try to make the cheapest one. I'm going to use this one as well with the same pump and see how well it performs. If it works, it works. Pretty much.
It's a physical thing. The tube.
And it does say the voltage. I like that.
24 volt.
24 volt. The other one powers off wall power. So the pump itself, the water pump, is USB charged. It has a charger and everything, a battery.
I saw this, yeah. When you had to
It
spin
has
up.
everything. So even the control circuitry for the button and everything. So you actually don't need to do anything. Just hook up the line to it
for €5.
So-
Yeah.
We were talking.
yeah.
It's an easy build.
Yeah.
So, we were talking over each other a bit, and you
Yeah,
probably
sorry.
missed the point I was saying. Because the metal insert is sticking out a few millimeters, the end of the metal insert is not inside the heater, so it cools down. So when you do use it, as it pulls the solder through, it solidifies
stacks,
on that end, so it continually clogs up. So it's not just a matter of fact you can't get this off; it doesn't work because it continually clogs.
Yeah.
You'll have to get that. You'll have to get the metal insert back into the.
Yeah. I'll fix that. You heat up the tube and then you can push it in again.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretty much, because it expands.
I think you can actually buy that tube bit for less.
Yeah.
Okay,
Meine Cartman.
Sorry for the tangent, but yeah. What do you think? Sub 10 euro desoldering station, would someone
vacuum.
like it? With vacuum assist, obviously. It would be useful for someone, and it would be really easy to replicate because those desoldering plunger thingies are €3 on AliExpress. There are millions of them. The same for the water suction thingy or pump. It's a pump, but it's actually a vacuum pump. It's a diaphragm pump.
Diaphragm, yeah.
I think it's worth trying this out.
Yeah.
My guess would be that the constant airflow that you get in there will probably.
No, but the good part is it has a button. So you
They
can
want to
turn
do
it
this.
up.
They want to move the button over to the.
Yeah,
actual
pretty much. I
gun.
will put 2 wires that go.
I would suggest use a foot pedal.
Foot pedal is a good idea.
Foot pedal is really nice.
It's a
isn't it?
really good idea.
Use a foot pedal.
Yeah.
I'll do a foot pedal. That's a really
Do the
nice idea.
position thing, hit the foot pedal.
I do a foot pedal. It's easy to make one. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's either on or off. I don't even need a gradual thingy.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
A foot pedal is really nice idea.
It
and then-
wasn't really my idea, but the original pasty soldering station was used in the mid-80s.
Back in the days when
Had a foot pedal.
Yeah. Why don't they have this now?
I don't know, it's a much better idea.
Yeah, it's a way
Yeah.
better idea.
Susie is a jeweler, my
True,
wife,
yeah.
and she uses a variable speed foot pedal for the grinder. So yeah, she loves that
Look
thing.
for keyboard sustain pedal.
Keyboard.
No, you're not typing.
Keyboard sustain.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you have to click. Yeah. Keyboard sustain pedal. That's The one that.
Yeah, this is normally on a piano. You have a sustain,
Yeah.
so this normally puts up all the hammers, so not the dampeners go down.
Yeah.
And
So
for,
either
you
on
get
or off.
you get them for
It's quite
electronic
expensive.
keyboards, and this is just a switch.
That's.
Pedal.
That didn't work.
Okay, so we seriously have a foot pedal. There you
Yeah.
are.
There you go.
There you go. So
this is an on or off.
buy one of these, €3.
€3.
€3.
Still fits into you. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
€3.
It's a little over budget, but it's still okay.
Let's just get a foot pedal and see what that brings up. Foot pedal.
Yeah, switch. There we go. That's,
Oh.
yeah, okay. Yeah,
Oh yeah, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
198.
yes.
Okay.
Single pole, double thread, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Use a foot pedal.
That's awesome, and it has a connector, so I can just put that connector on the side of the pump, and we're done.
And that'll keep you within your budget pretty much.
Yeah,
There you go, foot pedal.
this will fit your budget. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm scrolling a bit down. We still have 5 minutes. Hey,
Yeah,
that
okay,
a
let's
Crate BX80 bass amp in the volume levels cuts out very low. Just momentarily, do you think recapping will fix this?
What's the question?
TWL, I'm honored that you think I know about my bass amp, but I just play the thing, you know. So
Richard,
if I get you right,
yeah.
if you get you right,
switch camera.
oh yeah, this is a good idea. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at the monitor.
Yeah.
So Rich will probably be the one who knows better. Can you explain the what's happening to the sound when you play it and you play very low notes and then it cuts out something, or what's going on?
Or
there?
low volume.
Yeah, or low volume just momentarily. What I have a little practice amp, and I have a 5-string. So if I play the lowest string very loud, the amp goes simply.
Can I ask a question on this? I might be able to answer that. So first of all, this amplifier you got your guitar in, is it a single speaker, or is it like a horn and a bass
pieces.
speaker? So by amplifier. And the other question is, does it have like tone controls on, bass, treble?
Tone
yeah.
controls. That's
Good idea.
a good question.
Because if it's a by amplifier, so like a lot of singers amplifiers, you have like a separate amplifier for the horn and the bass, then the bass amplifier can be cutting out. But it's more likely like your Marshall, a single amplifier or single, although yours has 2 in it. And you could have a dodgy bass here. The potentiometer is probably dodgy.
I don't understand the problem, right? So
That-
dodgy pots would normally I say are crackling. Just that's what like we had on the
Yeah, but
Marshall.
one could just cut off.
Yeah, it could.
With the Marshall, we had all the pots were crackly, and we simply drained it and drowned it in some contact cleaner.
Yeah,
Yes, but
as usually the fix.
crackly pots when you adjusted it, if it's just turned up, you're not adjusted it, and it suddenly cuts out and comes back. Just if a break in the connection, you're not turning it, it wouldn't give a crackle. It would just
Well,
cut.
let's wait for TWL.
Dirty pots. Yeah, Gordon
the same.
thinks the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dirty pots can give really strange.
and especially because the vibration is a bass amp, the thing's vibrating. So dirty pots, that's my guess.
Caps can do it. I don't know.
Caps.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing's subject to vibration.
Yeah, exactly. It is moving.
Yeah.
So yeah. Broken solder joint could do that.
Yeah, dry joint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of that can be wrong there.
Okay, right. Broken solder joints, if it's vibration sensitive, are more likely to be on the heaviest components.
Yeah.
Physically heaviest components.
So
big-
Transformer,
yeah.
big capacitors,
Yeah, exactly.
switches, and anything that's large.
Yeah.
But I'd also look for dirty pots and also dry solder. If like the amplifier has like the pot sticking through a front panel, so all the pots are kind of like held on by screws, and then the amplifier PCB is held on,
Yeah.
you're going to get a fractures between where the pots are or the switches. So I'd look for bad soldered joints, especially on heavy components, dirty pots,
Yeah, I can't repeat it.
and see where that takes you.
I suck at
Yeah.
audio.
Right.
TWL comes back, single 12-inch speaker, volume just goes low while I'm playing, but comes back after a few seconds.
Dirty pots.
Yeah.
No, it just feels like a
Or
cap.
dry soldered
Like a cap
No,
that is not there.
more
That's
dry soldered
overcharging.
joints.
Volume goes low while it's playing and comes back after that. This is not
Yeah,
a
a
pot.
cap.
This is not a pot.
That's a cap.
Okay.
That's probably a cap that's over. It's dying pretty much, and it's
When you play high notes, does it wood better, or when you play low notes?
yeah, but the power is different when you do that. Yeah.
Well, have a look before the next live stream. Check all the potentiometers.
And report back.
And report back. Yeah. In fact, I suggest set the potentiometer to slightly different position and see if it still does it.
Yeah.
Look for bad solder joints, cracked solder joints, especially heavy components. And
check for leaking pots.
how's the weather in Tenerife? I haven't got a clue.
We don't know.
We haven't a clue. We're in Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria and Tenerife has
Very similar.
No, it's very
Okay.
different actually.
I'm guessing it's 23 to 25.
It's
mostly sunny. But
It's normally good weather in Tenerife, but it's a lot windier and it's a little colder, let's say. But it's not a lot of difference. But here on the island, from the north to south, there can be a 10-degree difference, and it's 50 kilometers.
Okay. So the final answer is go to AccuWeather. Are we done, guys? 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's 7 o'clock already.
Yes.
That was fast.
Yeah,
That was fast.
it was fun. Got some good feedback and some nice goodies from.
Yeah. And seeing to its own, by the way, I have video from the parade yesterday, and there were naked women walking around in the streets.
Yeah.
And of course, I filmed them, and so did Julie and Dad. We'll leave you with that thought, and they'll go on the video.
Cheers, mates. Thanks
Cheers,
for watching.
guys. Thank you for watching. See you in a fortnight and broadcast.